Do you know what it's like to want someone back with you more than anything?
I do. I loved someone once. Very much.
Ark Survival Ascended has come a long way through the island, and then through Scorched Earth, then on into Aberration, and finally ending in Extinction for now. And now we're about to enter a chapter that we haven't experienced before, one that wasn't in Ark Survival Evolved, but is now coming to Ark Survival Ascended. Something completely brand new, and something that begins the Genesis trilogy. Let's talk about it a little bit, but the ultimate question we need to ask all the way through this is, are you ready? We're going to be touching on some of the story highlights that led us here, and then some of the story highlights that I look forward to when the expansion finally releases. So buckle up, I'm Flinger, and let's jump right into this. Our journey begins with the island. More specifically, Helena Walker's journey on the island, as we trace her original footsteps.
I've lost count of how many sunrises I've seen since I've arrived on this island. Hundreds, I'd imagine. Yet each one seems more beautiful than the last. Sometimes, I like to take Athena out just before dawn and watch it while flying through the morning sky. It's in these simple moments that I realize just how lucky I am. Not that I was unhappy exploring the reefs and rainforests back in Oz, but I wasn't ever going to spot a Bronto stomping around the outback, was I? Since I got here, I've had the opportunity to study creatures that no other biologist has even witnessed. I'll always be grateful for that.
And this journey also follows several other different players, one of them namely being Rockwell and his journey.
Greetings and salutations, dear reader. If these words are gracing your eyes, then you have had the good fortune to find the journal of Sir Edmund Rockwell, stupendous scholar, gallant gentleman, and explorer extraordinaire. It also means that it's entirely possible that I've met some unseemly end on this fascinating but exceedingly dangerous island that I call home. I suppose you could have also stolen it, or I could have misplaced it, in which case please proceed to either hang your head in shame or return it to me at once, whichever is appropriate. Regards, Sir Edmund Rockwell.
And of course, Mei Yin. But unfortunately, hers aren't voice acted, so you get the unpleasantness of me reading this. I apologize in advance. Entry 1. Where am I? How did I arrive? I have asked these questions many times since I woke on this foreign shore, but I must stop. They do not matter. Their answers will not save me, so I will focus on a different question. Can I survive? This question always has an answer, though it is ever changing, and it has helped me resolve in moments of uncertainty or fear. Just days ago, I never thought I'd fear again. I thought my fear died with the yellow turbans. Yet when I see a great lizard turn its eyes on me, I know fear is exactly what I feel. And through their adventures and journey on the island, Helena and Mei Yin eventually met up with Rockwell and Minerva, and then they ended up going into the Overseer's lair.
Well, I'm not dead. And as it turns out, neither was Mei Yin. In fact, it was her who freed me, and insisted we follow Nerva through the portal in the cave. A horrifying scene awaited us. All of Nerva's men lay dead amongst the shards of a mysterious metal, but Nerva's body was missing. Forgetting my present company, I suggested a peaceful approach if we encountered him. That earned me one hell of a knockout punch. When I came to, I searched the whole station, but the only signs of Mei Yin and Nerva were a few ounces of dried blood. No bodies, and no victor. There, floating outside the window and surrounded by machinery, was the very island that I had been living on. And it too was orbiting high above the Earth along with countless other stations just like it. The ecosystem on the island wasn't just curated. It was completely artificial from the ground up. What in the hell is all of this? Why would anyone construct it, and how could they have possibly kept it hidden from the world? I don't have the answers to any of these questions, or the dozens of others that keep popping into my head, but somehow, I mean to find out. Somehow, I'll find the truth.
And then, of course, there's Rockwell's take on the Overseer's lair.
In all my life, I have never seen so magnificent a sight. Mr. Nerva may be bemoaning the loss of his men, but I would sacrifice them 1,000 times over to witness such majesty. I have never seen a night sky so beautiful. Somehow, this place looks down upon the world from on high, as though it stands upon the peak of Olympus itself. And my word, the exquisite metal this place is made out of, not to mention that bizarre creature. It reminds me of the material that lines the obelisks, yet somehow more alive. The very walls of this place seem to hum with power and possibility. I must find more information on this material. Perhaps one of these consoles will have something I could use. I'm not familiar with the technology, but I'm sure a scientist of my caliber could get something out of them with a little educated fiddling.
And so begins Rockwell's fascination with element and tech, which we'll cover a little bit later on as we get further into it. But now, we go with Mei Yin's final entry on the island. I suspect even Nerva knew that he would not fare well in battle. After taking a couple blows from my sword, he dashed into the darkness. However, I know he was deeply wounded. His blood cannot lie. I suspect his command center was created by something with technology far beyond most normal comprehension. In the distance, I can see several worlds. One that is clearly a place I've been. I am now sure there are more of these worlds. That scoundrel, Nerva, must have escaped before he could meet his death. Little does he know I won't give up that easily. I will find him in whatever realm he travels to. There is a terminal that sits upon a platform near the end of the command center. Surely, through some combination of codes, that must unlock travel to the other worlds, but it does not. It only adds another foe to this be slain by the Beast Queen. And from there, they journeyed on to Scorched Earth after ascending. Well, Helena and Edmund did. Mei Yin, well, she doesn't have any entries for Scorched Earth, for reasons we'll get to in a little bit. But let's discover Helena's first entry.
I had to pick the desert. Why the hell did I pick the desert? Well, I suppose pick is a rather strong word for it. I'm still not entirely certain just how I got that console working, but it suddenly started cycling through holographic images of different destinations far from the island that I'd been living on. Of course, I just had to go and press another button while it was showing off one that contained miles and miles of bloody desert. And here I am. That's just typical of me, isn't it? Always leaping, never looking. Oh well, better make the best of it. And by that, I mean better not die of heat exhaustion.
And Rockwell's rather bumpy start coming into it.
Confound those confused contraptions! Despite my best efforts, I could make neither heads nor tails of the mysterious machine that brought me here. If only I still had that jittery, bespectacled assistant of mine from all those years ago. What was his name? Gerald? Geronde? The one that loved tinkering with the devices we'd salvaged from the arms of the island's less fortunate inhabitants. Good lad. The inscriptions he found on the inside of those little trinkets were where I first saw the word Ark, as I recall. Shame about the incident with the Compsognathus. If I still had his services, perhaps I'd never be in this godforsaken desert. Oh, well. Stiff upper lip, Rockwell. Make the best of it.
We're not going to delve too much into their adventures on Scorched Earth, but we are going to end with a finale where they left to go to Aberration eventually.
Having seen us through the ruins and safely to the platform, Wally has taken her leave. After doing so much for me, I was sad to see her go. But at least I got to see her smile before she left. Well, me and Radar. I can't very well take the little critter with me, so I officially gave Wally ownership of her. They'll be good for each other, I think. I wrote Wally up there, twice. I suppose old habits die hard, but it's not really her name, is it? I always knew that was the case, but she'd never told me to call her anything else. At least not until now. Well, at any rate, cheers, Raya. It was a pleasure to have known you.
And then we get to, of course, Rockwell and his founding of what we know as Element in the game, which he eventually lovingly calls Edmundium.
I cannot wait to be rid of that glowering menace of a woman, this so-called Wali al-Aswad. I suspect the feeling is mutual. She has offered little in the way of farewells, while seeing us to this ark's entrance to the starlit sanctuary. Things will be much easier once Miss Walker and I have parted ways with the Desert Witch, I suspect. Miss Walker is thoroughly oblivious to both the wonders of Edmundium and my knowledge of her underhanded scheming back on the island. She can continue to fiddle with trinkets and relics. I may even assist her if it suits me. Meanwhile, I shall unlock the secrets of the most extraordinary element in the universe right under her nose.
And from Scorched Earth came Aberration. where they went off to the broken planet, or the broken ark that was the Aberration ark.
Bloody hell. This place is weird. Don't get me wrong, it's fascinating too. Such an abundance of underground flora is completely unheard of. And because so many of the plants here are bioluminescent, the whole forest has an eerie beauty to it. That's just it though. Eerie is the operative word. I've been holding my rifle so tightly since we got here that I swear I've left dents in the grip. We should have gone back to the island. People know us there. They might have preferred help and supplies. Rockwell didn't want to hear it though. And I wasn't about to let him come here alone.
And of course, on Aberration is where Rockwell fully descends into what we'd like to call madness. But to him, I'll just put it in his words.
I fear that even with the unwitting aid of Miss Walker, I still cannot completely control the machines in the Starlit Sanctuary. I believe they sent us to the correct ark, but I was unable to control precisely where we arrived on it. Alas, that means the location I saw in the sanctuary is beyond my reach for the time being, along with the molten Edmundium I saw there. Confound it all. Naturally, I cannot confirm that molten substance was indeed Edmundium until I have inspected it with my own eyes, but it simply must be. It looked exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down. Imagine an entire cavern of the most potent element known to man. The wonders I could create.
And once again, on Aberration, we are met up with Mei Yin again. She didn't go to Scorched Earth. Instead, her and Nerva's corpse ended up finding their way into Aberration. And that's where we are joined with her again. Where have I been taken? When I tried to pull my sword from that machine, there was a bright flash, and suddenly I was in this desolate place. Whatever the device was, I must have broken it. Nerva's corpse traveled with me, blood still seeping from the wound I left in his chest. Despite what he's done, part of me thinks that I should bury him. He was a tyrant, but he still died a warrior's death. For now, I will bandage the wound on my face and rest. It is night here, and it will be safer to explore the light of day. And then from here, Rockwell, well, yeah. Let's just put it in his own words.
The last preparations have been made. When I set down this pen and begin my final experiment, I shall finally achieve my ultimate goal. I shall at last look down upon the bumblings of mortal men from high above on an Edmundium throne. I, Sir Edmund Rockwell, shall become a god. So on this day let earth and heaven tremble. Let the rivers of this blessed metal sing a song of triumph that echoes forever throughout the depths of these caverns. Let the unworthy drown in despair, for a great doom approaches them, and it shall swallow them whole alongside anyone who dared to mock my name. On this day, on this glorious day, I ascend.
It's not over yet.
Primitive, savage, how dare you? You are nothing, I am a god, how dare you? Hate you, I hate you. Where have you banished me? What is this place? What is this feeling? Everything, yes, everything. The earth and the sky, every stone and every crevice, I feel it all. What is this place? What am I? I am beginning to understand. It was hard to comprehend, for my eyes are still newly opened. I did not used to see as I see now, nor did I speak as I speak now. When I speak, it is not to a man. They are lesser beings. When I speak to this place, speak to the Ark, and it speaks back to me. It tells me secrets, things that I never could have understood as I was before. It whispers to me of something greater, a plane ever higher than the one I walk now. We can reach it, the two of us, the Ark and I, together.
And then we go back to Helena as she makes
The
preparations.
gateway is set to be complete tomorrow. So last night, I packed up my things and prepared to say my farewells. Santiago protested, but ultimately understood. Mei Yin, on the other hand, I've never seen her break down like that. It caught me completely off guard, as did the part where she wouldn't let go of my wrist. She kept saying she'd already lost too much, and that she couldn't lose anything else. I couldn't just leave after that, even if I could break free of that iron grip, which I doubt I could. So that pretty much settled it. Tomorrow, the gateway will open, and we'll touch down on the planet below. We'll finally escape this mad experiment, and we'll do it together.
And Mei Yin's final entry. I have been thinking of home lately. It is so far away now. I think that perhaps it is out of reach. Even if the others can complete their magic door, I do not think I will ever see it again. I can accept that now. I can move past it. I have a new home now, I think. And while I am still not used to its oddities, I feel as though it's mine. Each day I grow more adept with the tools here, and more used to my routine. It has become normal to me. And now that this place is my home, I swear that no harm will come to it. I shall protect it with my life. And, of course, their final entry, or Rockwell's.
Helena. Megan, don't do this. You need me. No! No! I'm sorry. Please don't leave me like this.
And we all know what he went off to become. The end boss of Aberration for the clones or the survivors to eventually stumble upon. But it gets better. Then we go to Extinction. Where Helena finally ascends.
It's been a while since my last entry, hasn't it? Between all that happened with Rockwell back on the station and the shock of arriving planetside, I've been in a bit of a rut. Even cataloguing the new species I've found has done little to ease my mind. Things down here are so mental that some people are wondering if we were safer before. Honestly, they might be right. Maybe that was why we were trapped on those stations to begin with. Luckily, Santiago's plans have given us all something to do. I'm hardly an ace with technology, much less giant bloody robots. But after all that's happened, I owe it to these people to lend a hand in whatever way I can.
And Mei Yin's first note of Extinction. I've had no urge to record my thoughts since your loss, or rather, I have been avoiding it. Before speaking with Helena today, how many times did I even dare to say your name? Diana. You revealed facets of my heart and mind that have been hidden even to me, and in you I found something that I have always been missing, but could never name. How does one carry on after losing something like that? Even now I cannot say. I only know that I was draining and painful, and would have been even worse had I done so alone. For those who yet live, I know I must endure, but I shall carry with me every step, even around my neck and in my heart to the very end, always. Now, Diane is a character that I should be covering in this video, but I am not. She ends up becoming very special to Mei-Yin, and, well, you'll have to hear it from Helena and Mei-Yin about what happens after that. Now, there's a few other different things that we will be covering with when it comes to Diana. Just know she died, she came back, and then she disappeared.
I'm sorry, Mei-Yin. I'm sorry. The weight's all on your shoulders now. There's no one else who can carry it. The tomb. The throne. You have to reach it. You have to take me there. To the tomb of Ascension. I can show you the path, but you have to walk it alone. I wish it weren't true. I wish I could give you wings. But I believe in your heart. So believe in mine. One last time. I need you to believe. Please. Please.
And Mei-Yin's final entry. I awoke to the sound, earth-shaking footsteps. A towering demon was upon me, and though I struggled against its minions on foot, my situation was desperate. Suddenly, an armored giant crashed to the earth. It struck down the demon, scattered its beasts, and knelt before me. From within stepped a woman with hair the color of sunset, or perhaps more aptly, a tangerine. My Juicy, my love, Diana. For a moment, I thought I was dead or dreaming, but she felt too real to deny. I left her lips smeared with tears and blood, but she wouldn't let me apologize. It's just as well I was not that sorry. I do not know or why this is possible, but neither do I care. All I know is that I am going to hold on to this feeling and never let it go. Never again. And for now, that's where the story ends, at least in Ark Survival Ascended, but it continues on. And some things happen that we're not made aware of yet, some things we have yet to discover, but then eventually Helena becomes the one who waits, the one who guides the fresh survivors once the cloning has been turned on, which is what the players are, which is what you are, which is what I am. We are what Helena has waited for. All these adventures have been experienced well before our time, and now we are following in their footsteps with the ability to clone ourselves with a new, fresh body every time we pass. And let's hear it from the one who waits.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be. I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember Hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach me. Everything depends on your survival. Master this world. Make allies of its many creatures. Grow your strength and skill. Explore this place like I did so long ago. Put the pieces together and find me, survivor. You may be the only one who can.
And you and I, the survivors, we followed the path. Through the island, through Scorched Earth, through Aberration, to Extinction. Where we also not only followed the path of Mei-Yin and Rockwell and Helena, we also did exactly what Helena had done, and we ascended from there. man, this looks really good.
Absolutely beautiful. Go on. Take a look. It's finally begun. The arcs are coming home. Each one carries with it the seeds of new life. Plants, animals, and humans. And these seeds will take root across the far corners of the world. Once they do, all that life will be unleashed. From there, it will spread, grow, and thrive. And this planet, our home, will bloom once more. As for the rest of the infection, well, the Arcs can take it from here. In time, they'll purge every last bit of element from the soil. But make no mistake, this is all thanks to you. I'm just so happy I got to see it. You were the one that Helena, that I, was waiting for after all. Look at that. Suns are rising.
That was good. That was really... Oh. But that wasn't the end. While we ascended, while Helena ascended, somebody was left behind. Several people were left behind. There was the Aberration Ark that crash landed, and there was Mei Yin, without a sense of purpose remaining, wondering where or what she would do. And that leads us to Lost Colony.
I have seen your memories within the Codex. You are a broken soul. You left behind those dearest to you. One murdered, and watched another vanish into nothingness.
I'm sorry, Mika.
I hear your voice first thing in the morning, and you sing me to sleep at night. Are you my mom?
I'm sorry, Mika. I'm not. But I did know your mom. A long, long time ago. Diana Altares was so brave and fierce.
You'll come back for me, right, babe? Never let go.
You've got me. We will both see you again soon, Diana.
But Mei Yin's story continued. To the far side of the earth, into frozen wastes shrouded in endless night. In a place called Arat Prime.
Arat Prime? Where the Arcs came from?
That's right. Mei Yin traveled there looking for a way back to me. And your mother, Diana. But what she found instead...
What? What was it? Tell me!
There she found... the stuff of nightmares.
What happened to her?
I had to leave her behind. But Mei Yin's story continued to the far side of the earth, into frozen wastes shrouded in endless night, where a small pocket of humanity managed to survive the long cataclysm, in a place called Arat Prime. But what she found instead...
What? What was it?
There she found the stuff of nightmares.
Not only does Lost Colony promise to answer the question of how Rockwell got onto the Genesis ship, but also promises to explain what happened to Mei Yin and where she currently is, if she is currently anywhere yet. Does she live? Does she die? We don't know. We've already seen a couple different things that have been added to the game. We've gotten the Ocedon, we've also gotten the Elder Claw, and we've got a few other things as well. There are several questions that remain. What is dark tech? How is it going to change everything for us? What is it going to be interchangeable with regular tech that we have? Or is it just going to be things that we fight? Who are the vampire creatures that we're going to have to be dealing with? Are they going to be like the Desmodus from Ark Survival Evolved? I'm not sure yet. The Malwyn and the Solwyn. Are we going to be able to have both of them at the same time? Are we going to have to pick a side? Are we going to have to go light? Are we going to have to go dark? I have a feeling that there's all sorts of different things that are about to change in Ark, and most likely for the better. This has been Flinger. I hope that you have enjoyed this trip through here, and for those that have stuck all the way through the video, I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. Normally, I don't ask for thumbs up or subscribes, but, you know, if you made it this far, I think I've deserved it. And to top it all off, there is one final question that I think we need to ask ourselves. Are we ready? Are you ready?